Hello and welcome to Grammar Class. Today's topic is the SON formula in narration change. But first of all, you must learn the terminology pertaining to the change of narration. Tom said to me, I like soft music. Now this is a sentence of the direct narration. Why? Because the exact words of the speaker are being quoted here within the inverted commas. Now before I change it into the indirect narration, I must learn certain grammatical terms or names used in the change of narration. For example, in the given sentence of the direct narration, the principal clause, Tom said to me, is called the reporting clause, while the subordinate clause, I like soft music, is known as the reported clause or the direct speech. And then in the reporting clause, Tom said to me, the verb said is known as the reporting verb. And so obviously Tom is the subject to the reporting verb here, while the pronoun me is the object of the reporting verb. And if you look at the reported clause, I like soft music, the verb like is called the reported verb, whereas I is the reported subject and soft music is the reported object here. So while changing the narration, we use these grammatical terms to refer to the respective parts of the sentence. So now the question arises, what is the SON formula for narration change all about? Well, we know that while changing from the direct to the indirect narration, we have to change the grammatical person of the pronouns used in the direct speech or reported clause as required by the sense. So in order to make this step easier, we use the SON formula for the change of person in narration change. Now it is clear that the SON formula helps us with the rules for the change of person in narration change. So remember, in the SON formula, the letter S stands for the subject of the reporting verb, the letter O stands for the object of the reporting verb, and N stands for no change. You see, the SON formula has three rules: the S rule, the O rule, and the N rule. We follow these three rules for the change of person in the exercise of narration change. The S rule says that all first person pronouns in the reported clause or direct speech, such as I, we, my, our, me, us, mine, ours, are changed according to the subject of the reporting verb in the main clause. For example, John told me, I will do my work. In this sentence of the direct narration, we have two first person pronouns, I and my, in the direct speech. Now, according to the first rule of the SON formula, these two first person pronouns should be changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. Here, John is the subject of the reporting verb told. So, in the indirect narration, the first person pronouns I and my will be changed as the third person he and his. This is what the sense of the sentence demands. John told me that he would do his work. Now see the next example. You said to us, we are doing our work. Here also in the direct speech, we have two first person pronouns, we and our. So apply the SON formula again and change them according to the subject of the reporting verb. The second person you is the subject of the reporting verb said here. As a result, we and our will be changed to you and your in the indirect narration. You told us that you were doing your work. But please notice here that we are not changing the cases of the personal pronouns here. We change the person of pronouns according to the SON formula, but not the case. Now, what is the second rule of the SON formula? The second rule or the O rule says that all second person pronouns in the direct speech, I mean you, your, and yours, are changed according to the object of the reporting verb. I mean, if you have any second person pronoun in the direct speech, you look at the object of the reporting verb in the reporting clause. For example, the teacher said to me, "You have not done your work seriously." In this sentence of the direct narration, we have two second person pronouns in the reported clause, the subject you and the possessive your. But as you know, according to the SON formula, we have to change these two second person pronouns according to the object of the reporting verb. Here the first person pronoun me is the object of the reporting verb said. So you and your will be changed as the first person I and my in the indirect narration. The teacher told me that I had not done my work seriously. Mind you, we are only explaining the rules for the change of person in this video. I said to him, "You should not waste your time like this." In this sentence also, there are two second person pronouns in the direct speech, you and your. So in the indirect narration, we have to change these two second person pronouns according to the object of the reporting verb. Here the third person pronoun him is the object of the reporting verb said. So we have to change the second person you and your to the third person he and his. We made this change because the object of the reporting verb is the third person him. I told him that he should not waste his time like that. The last rule or the N rule of the SON formula says that all third person pronouns in the direct speech such as he, she, it, they, him, his, her, hers, its, them, their, theirs are not changed in the indirect narration. That's why N stands for no change in the SON formula. Now see some examples on your screen. The doctor said to us, the patient must take his medicines timely if he wants to recover soon. As you can see, in this sentence of direct narration, there are two third person pronouns in the direct speech, his and he. But according to the SON formula, we will not change them in the indirect narration. The doctor told us that the patient had to take his medicines timely if he wanted to recover soon. You see, here we are making the other necessary changes, but we are not changing the person of pronouns. In the next example, I said it's very hot today. The direct speech has a third person pronoun it. So in the indirect narration, there is no need to change it. I said that it was very hot that day. You see, the third person pronoun it is retained as it is in the indirect narration here. Now up there on your screen are a couple of model examples for you to understand the concept better. Father said to me, "I will give you a mobile phone if you score good marks." Now you see, here in the direct speech, we have three pronouns of two different persons. The first person I and the second person you coming twice. As per the SON formula, for the first person I, we will refer to the subject of the reporting verb, which is a noun, father. For a noun, the first person I will be changed as the third person he. And the second person you will be changed according to the object of the reporting verb. In this case, the first person me is the object. So in the indirect narration, the second person you will be changed as the first person me and I in their respective cases. Father told me that he would gift me a mobile phone if I scored good marks. They said to me, "We do not like the servant as he is very lazy." In this case also, the direct speech contains two pronouns of different persons. First person we and the third person he. As you know, the first person we will be changed according to the subject of the reporting verb they. And the third person pronoun he will not be changed as per the SON formula. They told me that they did not like the servant as he was very lazy. As you know, for the change of narration, we also have to make the other necessary changes such as the change of tense and the change of other parts of speech. That's the end of today's class. Hopefully you liked the video. Please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel for more grammar content. Thanks for watching.